Good morning. It is 10 a.m. on January 24, 2023. We'll call to order the meeting of the Story County Board of Supervisors. Please stand with me if you're able and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And before we get started, we had some sad news this morning. I was hoping that we could have a moment of silence. The mayor of Colo passed away early this morning. It's all the information that we have right now, but thought we could take just a few minutes and just have a moment of silence and think of his family and the community of Colo. Thank you. Thank you. Also wanted to take a moment for a separate moment to recognize the shooting events that happened yesterday in Des Moines, the loss of life that happened there close in our community, and the loss of life that's happened in California and just across the nation right now. It's really troubling, and our hearts and our thoughts go out to those communities and the families who have lost loved ones. And hope for healing and peace today and as we walk into the future. And wanted to also share just some resources that we have locally. If there's something that someone is concerned about, or they just have something they'd like to report anonymously or concerns, we do have, our sheriff's office has the P3 Campus app. We'll be getting social media information out here soon today on how to connect with the P3 Campus app. You can also call the Story County Sheriff non-emergency number at 515-382-7598. If you have something you're concerned about, you can report anonymously if you feel more comfortable doing it that way. And obviously, if there's something emergent or a crisis situation, you can always call 911. We'd encourage you to call 911. And then hopefully we'll have some more information we'll be pushing out soon just about preparedness and things that we already have in our community, and next steps to make sure that we're keeping everyone safe and that we're on the proactive side as much as we possibly can be. So if you join me for another moment of silence in thought for the community in Des Moines and their families, and all those who have lost their lives to violence in any shape or form. Thank you. Thank you. With that, do I have a motion to adopt today's agenda?
So moved.
Second, moved and seconded. Merkin.
Aye.
Basil, aye. I'm sorry, I didn't give you an opportunity. Do you have anything you wanted to say?
No, that's fine. You did a very good job. I appreciate it.
All right, now it's time for public comment number one. This comment period is for the public to address topics on today's agenda. Anyone wishing to make public comment, you can raise your hand on Zoom or step forward to the table. Seeing no one, will close public comment number one and move to bid opening for bridge replacement on 535th Avenue over Ballard Creek in section 15-82-24. Good morning.
Morning.
Just going to remind you to pull the mic as close to you as you can, please. Thank you.
Okay, 'Cause Okay, just a quick comment on this one before we open it up. Our original budget amount, first of all, it might be the first locally funded bridge project we've done in 25 years that I've been here. We do a lot of smaller bridge replacements with box culverts, but this is an actual bridge. We usually say bridges for our farm to market and federal aid funding only, but we're trying to address some of our local bridges with local dollars. So this is a bit unique for us, first of all, and we budgeted 500,000 for this project in FY 23. We re-estimated that up due to bridge prices to 599,000 when we had the final plans done. So that's already 100,000 over what we budgeted, and this is local dollars, remember that. And unfortunately, we only have one bid. So we'll see how this goes.
The bidder we have is Herberger Construction, and their bid bond is signed and included. Their bid for this project is $768,793.80. 768,793.80. So we will look over the number, check the numbers, and then come back with a recommendation next week.
Thank you. Okay, we have no agency reports. Consideration of minutes from January 17, 2023.
Move adoption of minutes.
Second, Merkin,
Aye.
Basil, aye. Consent agenda.
I move adoption of the items on the consent agenda as presented.
Second, Merkin,
Aye.
Basil, aye. We have no public hearing items or additional items, no departmental reports. Other reports, we have FY 23 quarterly financial report. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. For a record here on speediness of a,
Not intentionally,
Oh, yeah, it is.
very slim agenda.
I provided the quarterly financial report. Working through the budget work sessions, you are pretty aware of where we're at on a lot of the departments anyway, but I'll just do a brief summary for you. There are 5 departments right now that are over the 50% of the year, all fairly small over, with the exception of IRVM, which we've amended and moved dollars for. Overall, we've spent 33% of our budget at this point in time. The ARPA dollars are in the county-wide, and we've only spent like 6% of those dollars. So that throws that off because we have everything budgeted there. For fund balances, we're at 41% of the expenditures in the general fund, 6% in the ARPA fund, 46% of the supplemental fund, 45% of the rural, small amount of the TIF yet at this point, and secondary roads fund at 42%. For revenues, we have 13 departments that are over 50% on revenues. So that's good. And overall, the county is at 62.9%. Too many questions?
No questions. Thank you.
Yeah, no question. Thank you so much. Any upcoming agenda items?
I do not have any.
Okay, now it's time for public comment number 2, comments from the public on items not on this agenda. The board may not take any action on the comments due to requirements of open meetings law, but may do so in the future. Anyone wishing to make public comment, you can raise your hand on Zoom or step forward to the table. Seeing no one step forward, we will close public comment number 2 and move on to liaison assignments committee meeting updates and announcements from the supervisors. Supervisor Merkin?
Okay, so for the next week, Eames Conference Board at 5 o'clock this afternoon. And after that, tomorrow, I have a meeting with HERDA and Department of Corrections regarding some things about getting drivers recruited. I think that's going to be an interesting conversation. And I will miss some things Thursday morning. We have emergency management recognition. I'm going to miss that. And also the Economic Development Group meeting, because I'm going to be gone from Thursday on through next week. So
Okay.
that's all I have.
All right. And I've got an NEDC meeting tomorrow morning at 7 and Story County College Access Network meeting, Center for Creative Justice tomorrow. I'll be here for the emergency management recognition, as well as Story County Economic Development Group. I'm going to attend the CICS meeting just as an observer on Thursday, since Supervisor Hedens is out of town. And then I have CFR Thursday evening. And then the State of the Community event is Friday. So I will be speaking at that. That's at City Church at 11. See. All right. So far, I have nothing on Mondays. So, whew,
Is there going to be a Zoom link for economic development Thursday morning?
I am not sure. I can find out.
I'll check with Leanne. If there is, I might be able to zoom in on it.
Okay. Okay. Any chance, I don't know exactly what your Friday looks like, but any chance you could zoom into the MIPA meeting and just listen
When?
Friday morning? I can't remember what Friday looks like for you. So we can talk about it later.
Surgery.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was Friday or
I can't do
later
it.
in the day or
That's
whatever.
okay.
Okay, no worries. Okay. So anything further?
No,
Okay. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
so moved.
Second, Merkin,
Aye.
Basil, aye. We are adjourned. Thank you.